Hello, it's Peter Frampton speaking.
Hello, Peter. It's Robyn Taylor. How are you?
Good to speak to you. So it's Robyn and Boris.
It's actually Boris and Robyn, but I'm
sorry.
taking the lead on this one.
You're so kind, Robyn.
Well, wait a second. It's women first, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's Boris and Robyn. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, come on!
You have a super, super busy summer. Now, you're playing at the Ives Center in Danbury on July 5th. That's part of your solo tour. But then you're back at Bethel Woods on the 12th with the Doobie Brothers, and you got that whole Peter Frampton guitar circus going this year. What's going on? You 3 tours in one summer?
Yes, it's a three-pronged attack. Yes, I just wanted to do a little bit of the guitar circus this year so that people sort of cemented in people's minds. But basically, we got the idea to go out with the Doobies, and we've played together many times before. But it's always such a joy to work with them. Such great guys, and obviously such an amazing band. And then, so in between everything else, we're just going to do our own dates, more like, an evening with, so we get to play a full couple of hours, whereas, we love playing the guitar circus, obviously, because we get to play with lots of other guitar players, including, obviously, Buddy Guy this year, which is amazing.
Wow.
It's fantastic. And we love playing with other acts, like co-headlining, like with the Doobies, but then it's always nice to be able to go out there and just be us for the entire night, and I think the fans get to see some of the lesser-known numbers and stuff with us just enjoying ourselves, bringing stuff out that we haven't done for a long time or doing new stuff or whatever.
We get to taste a little bit of both with your solo thing at the Ives Center and the Doobies at Bethel Woods. The guitar circus, I don't think that's going to hit our area. I think you're only doing that in California, but what a lineup, huh? How did that come about?
Well, yes, it is. Unfortunately, it's only the West Coast this time, but it'll probably be something that I would bring out every couple of years, and then do something different in the in between years. So not to worry. But yeah, it just was an idea that came to myself and my manager after the Come to Live 35 tour, which was so successful. We just thought, well, how can I just go back out and do, a regular tour sort of thing? I want to make it interesting. So I said, well, I've always wanted to have as many guitar players on stage as possible. So that's when Ken came up with the idea of, you have a great opener as a guitar player, and then, have guests come on. And we came up with the Guitar Circus, and it was amazingly successful last year when we did it. And, had players from Steve Cropper to Vince Gill to Larry Carlton, Rick Nielsen, David Hidalgo. I mean, it just goes on. Don Felder. They all came out and wanted to. We had trouble fitting them all in because everybody wanted to come and do it. So it was so much fun.
You've got your new album, Hummingbird in a Box. Now, this, you say, was inspired by the Cincinnati Ballet?
That's right. Yeah, the Cincinnati Ballet came to me, and first of all, quite a few years ago, and asked if they could just choreograph to 4 of my tracks from Fingerprints, my instrumental record. And so I said yes. So they went ahead and did that, and I saw a video of them doing it, and it was phenomenal. So long story short, I hooked up with the head of Cincinnati Ballet, Victoria Morgan, and she said, look, I have another suggestion. How about you come and play on stage behind the ballet and do, play your live show, basically, and we choreograph it in 3 sections. So I said, well, that's great. I said, but why don't we begin with the catalog stuff that people know and end with that? But in the middle, I write, half an hour of brand new music, and they went berserk when I said that. So, yes, it was inspired by the thought of performing with them, and I spoke with the choreographer, Adam Hoagland. We came up with 7 pieces of music, myself and Gordon Kennedy, who I've been writing with for years now, 15 years. And it was a super success. So we went, after we played it live, then we went into the studio and recorded those pieces, and that's what we've got. It's just a mini album. It's just 7 tracks. I would call it an EP, but the record company calls it. No, it's a mini album. All right, whatever.
Well, I can't wait to hear it. I'm excited to hear it, and that's coming out
good.
this week, actually.
Yeah, Peter, before we have to go, I have to ask you a question. Can we discuss the talking guitar real quick?
The talk
Yes,
box.
you can.
The talk box. Listen, we did a contest a few weeks ago where we had someone come in and actually do the talk box and had the listeners guess what they were saying. By the end of the show, the studio was just covered in saliva. There was spit everywhere. Have you figured out a way to do that? Like, is it like kind of gross after a while doing that every night, or do you like not get like spit all over everything?
Well, it's pretty gross, yeah. But we start off with a very long pipe for the talk box, and then after every gig, my tech cuts off like 4 inches of it. So we just but then it does get to the point where if it starts to gurgle a little, then you know you better get a fresh tube. You know.
So you don't have an intern like blowing all the saliva out of it every night.
Not going there.
That would be a groupie, not an intern.
Yeah, that's a little different. All right, I forgot we're talking to rock and roll star.
Now. That's what we're calling them. Okay.